Welcome to today's story, where we'll explore a powerful lesson from the life of Buddha. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by anger or frustration, unable to find peace within yourself? In this story, we follow a young man named Arjun, who, like many of us, struggles with these emotions. Seeking guidance, he turns to Buddha, who teaches him a simple yet profound way to calm his mind and find inner peace. Join me as we dive into this timeless tale and discover how we too can cultivate a calm and peaceful mind. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between rolling hills, there lived a wise sage named Gautam Buddha. People from far and wide would travel to seek his wisdom, for they knew he possessed a profound understanding of life's greatest mysteries. Among these seekers was a young man named Arjuna, who was plagued by anger and restlessness. No matter how hard he tried, he couldn't find peace within himself. One day, Arjuna decided to visit the Buddha. He had heard that the Buddha's teachings could transform lives, and he hoped they could help him too. As he approached the serene monastery where the Buddha resided, he felt a strange sense of calm wash over him. The air was still, the birds sang softly, and the scent of blooming flowers filled the air. Arjuna found the Buddha sitting under a large banyan tree, surrounded by his disciples. The Buddha's presence was peaceful and unshakable, as if he were a part of the very earth he sat upon. Arjuna bowed respectfully and then poured out his troubles. "Great teacher," Arjuna began, "I am consumed by anger and turmoil. No matter what I do, I cannot calm my mind. I snap at those I love, and I am constantly at war with myself. Please, help me find peace." The Buddha looked at Arjuna with kind eyes and said, "My child, the mind is like a turbulent river. When you fight against it, the currents grow stronger, pulling you deeper into chaos. But if you learn to let go, to observe the currents without resistance, the river will calm, and so will your mind." Arjuna listened intently, but he still did not fully understand. Sensing his confusion, the Buddha decided to illustrate his point with a simple exercise. "Come with me," the Buddha said, leading Arjun to a small pond nearby. The water in the pond was crystal clear, reflecting the sky and trees perfectly. The Buddha then handed Arjun a small stick and said, "Stir the water with this stick." Arjuna did as he was told, and soon the once clear water became cloudy and disturbed. The reflections vanished, replaced by ripples and waves. The Buddha then asked, "Can you see your reflection in the water now?" Arjun shook his head, realizing that the disturbed water could no longer mirror the world around it. The Buddha continued, "Now, put the stick down and wait." Arjuna set the stick aside and watched as the water gradually settled. The ripples faded and the clarity returned, allowing the reflections to reappear. After some time, the pond was as calm and clear as before. "Do you see?" the Buddha asked gently. "The water represents your mind. When you are agitated, angry, or anxious, your mind becomes clouded and you lose the ability to see things clearly. But when you let go and allow your mind to settle, clarity returns. You can once again see the world as it truly is." Arjuna nodded, the lesson sinking in deeply. "But Master, how can I stop stirring the waters of my mind? How can I let go of my anger?" The Buddha smiled and said, "The key is mindfulness. When you feel anger rising, do not fight it. Instead, observe it. Acknowledge its presence without judgment. Understand that it is a temporary visitor, not a permanent resident of your heart. When you do this, you will find that the anger loses its power over you, and the waters of your mind will begin to calm. But this requires practice," the Buddha continued. "Like the pond, your mind will not always be still. There will be storms and there will be ripples. But with patience and perseverance, you can cultivate a mind as calm as this pond, capable of reflecting the truth of the world without distortion." Arjuna left the monastery that day with a newfound understanding. He began to practice mindfulness daily, watching his thoughts and emotions without becoming attached to them. Over time, he found that his anger subsided and a deep sense of peace took its place. Whenever he felt the stirrings of anger or anxiety, he would remember the lesson of the pond and let his mind settle, allowing clarity and calmness to return. And so, Arjuna's life transformed. He became known throughout the village as a man of great wisdom and inner peace, all thanks to the teachings of the Buddha. The lesson of the Buddha's calmness reminds us that true peace comes not from controlling the world around us, but from mastering the world within. When we let go of our struggles, observe our emotions without judgment, and allow our minds to settle, we discover the profound calmness that lies at the heart of our being. Thanks for watching our story. Please join our Facebook page, Timeless Morals.